Hello, my name is Dan Schmitt, and I'm the candidate for the 5th Congressional District in the state of Illinois. Right now we're in Hinsdale, Illinois, and this is the furthest south point of the district. Over there is 55th Street. I'm standing at 9th Street and Park Avenue. This district goes from Hinsdale, Illinois, all the way to we're standing here at Lake Michigan. The 5th Congressional District starts at Lake Michigan on the east, goes from Irving Park down to about Chicago Avenue. Then it heads west over to this area, which is between Western Avenue and Ashland Avenue to Grand Avenue. Then it goes straight north, and the 5th Congressional District comes over to this area. We're in Wicker Park. Wicker Park is here. On the other side of Milwaukee Avenue is Bucktown. This is also part of the 5th Congressional District. And I'm right here in the Manor. The Manor is part of the 5th Congressional District also. Edgebrook. Edgebrook is another great community that makes up the 5th Congressional District. The district runs from the lakefront through Ukrainian Village, Wicker Park, Bucktown, Roscoe Village, the Manor, up to Peterson Avenue, Peterson Park, Mayfair, Jefferson Park, Edgebrook, takes in them near western suburbs, Schiller Park, Franklin Park, Rosemont, Norridge. It's a great working class community. Elmwood Park, Bensonville, goes into DuPage County and runs between the Tollway and 83, taking in Elmhurst, Oak Brook, and a couple precincts in Hinsdale. It's a big district. There's 713,000 people that live in each congressional district. After the redistricting, this is what the 5th District came out to be. Issues that affect the people in the 5th Congressional District, the two major issues that I'm looking at. Number one, the out-of-control spending in Washington, D.C. I firmly believe the federal government can be cut by 10% each department. Each head of each department, each cabinet member should be required to come up with a plan to cut the federal spending by 10%. No, we don't need to raise taxes to balance the budget. We need to cut the spending. There is not enough money to take care of all the federal spending. The second most important issue that I'm looking at when I go to Washington, D.C. is we got to end this threat of Obamacare. National health care is evil. No matter how you look at it, it is evil. Now, why do I say that? You would say, well, doesn't everybody deserve health care? Well, let me say this. There's one thing that you own, and that is your life. There's one thing that you're responsible for, and that is your health. Now, do you honestly believe that some federal bureaucrat is going to have your interests at heart? Yes, if you have children under 18, you are also responsible for their health. But ultimately, you are responsible for your life and your health. And this is what I represent, the working class people of America. Hard-working people, people who work with their hands, people who work with their brains, people with incomes from 30, 40,000 up to 300,000, 400,000. Still middle-class, hard-working people. Business owners, doctors, lawyers, construction guys, electricians, plumbers, police officers, firemen. That's what makes up this district. Teachers, professors. And what makes a neighborhood great? These people care about their neighbors. These people get out there, cut their grass, trim their bushes, make sure their houses are painted. That's what makes a great community. That's the American spirit. We need to restore the American spirit. This is what America's all about. The Constitution, the Declaration of Independence, free enterprise, capitalism, but mainly free enterprise is what makes America great. We need to bring back manufacturing. We need to free up the American spirit. We need to balance the budget. We need an energy policy in the United States of America that will free us up from foreign domination. We have enough energy in the United States. We need people that know how things work to set an energy policy. I'm the guy that can go to Washington, D.C. and make a difference. I'm the guy to go to Washington to represent the hard-working people in the 5th Congressional District. Dan Schmitt, 2 T's, Dan Schmitt. I'm running for Congress, 5th Congressional District.